This video will be over chapter 30, which is reading and viewing a play and its elements. The first major topic in this chapter is elements of drama. The elements of drama are plot, exposition, dialogue, conflict, rise in action, climax, denominant, subplot, character, stage direction, script, and setting, in that order, and finally with the theme of a play, the dramatic or central question that drives the story of the play. Exposition is a literary technique by which a character presents necessary background information. The dialogue is the conversation that occurs between the characters. The complications the characters face crystallize in a conflict, leading to rise in action and anticipation of the predicament. The conclusion of the play, or the resolution of the conflicts that follow the climax, is referred to as the denouement. Dramatized persona, or people of the play. The protagonist, who is the central character in an antagonist, who is a character or force that opposes the protagonist. Instructions on how characters are to move and position themselves on stage, as well as how they are to deliver certain lines, are the stage directions. Usually appear in parentheses and in italics in the script. The set is where the actors act, and the play's setting is the location of the action. The second major topic of this chapter is going to be reading for the stage. Drama comes from the Greek word for performing an action or doing, and playwrights almost always intend their work to be brought to life on a stage by actors. Playwright reflects the three dimensionalities of a play. A-wright is a medieval term for one skilled in manufacturing three-dimensional items. When you read the play in the context of the stage, try to hear the voices of the actors. As you read for the stage, imagine yourself as the actors, the director, and the audience. After doing that, you can evaluate the director's approach, the actor's efforts and energy, and the attention of the audience as the plot unfolds. Dramas can occur on a proscenium stage, a raised platform with a missing fourth wall through which we as the audience watch the action, in the round where the audience surrounds the actors, or in an amphitheater where the audience looks down on the drama. No matter the staging, even the simplest of dramas is complex in composition. The third major topic of this chapter is going to be types of dramas. The two most common dramatic forms are tragedy and comedy, and both date at least as far back as the drama of ancient Greece. In tragedy, characters face serious and important challenges that end in disastrous failure or defeat for the protagonist. In comedy, life usually turns out well for the main character, and the primary purpose of the play is to amuse the audience. Tragic comedies is when the protagonist isn't defeated, but there is a downturn in his or her situation. Melodramas is when the forces of good and evil are in absolute and often violent opposition. Problem plays explore social issues. The fourth major topic of this chapter is going to be tragedy. Tragedy in drama begins and ends with the qualities found in the main character. The hero is more than just a protagonist or lead character in a play. The hero nature must be such that in some ways the audience feels admiration for his or her qualities and must feel compassion and fear when the character falls. In tragedy, the hero stands in conflict with forces larger than himself. External forces don't turn the hero into a tragic hero. Rather, from the beginning, there is something about the hero's character that undermines what the audience finds sympathetic in this tragic flaw. Be it arrogance or jealousy or stubbornness, speeds along the hero's downfall. The fifth major topic of this chapter is going to be comedy. Comedy stands as a countervailing force to tragedy. Laughter illuminates the human condition just as effectively as tears. The main characters fall short of heroism and do not appear to be the larger-than-life people who show what our best selves can be. We can find comic characters written into a tragedy for comic relief, but a comedy in general is a play that makes us laugh at our flaws and ultimately forgive ourselves for our foibles. Satire plays have mythological characters that employ excess, unrestrained sexuality, and outlandish characters. Satiric comedies can be violent, crude, and nasty, biting commentaries on the human condition without any guarantee that good will prevail. Comedy of manner, which shines an indulgent light on the hypocrisy of the social elite. Restoration drama is body plays of fallen virtue and infidelity. Romantic comedy is where two should be lovers find each other after a series of misunderstandings and false starts. Whether the play uses high comedy, wordplay, and wit, or low comedy, gags, and pratfalls, its storyline contains the unexpected, the one-all embracing definition of comedy. Separating this mode from tragedy is that it is a kind of play that ends happily, or in any case, with its main player still alive. And that's it for chapter 30.